Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time that you are watching this video. I am Richard Taylor, and I'm coming back with another video concerning the demise of our young brother, Javion Magee. First of all, I want to say thank God for allowing us to be here today. Also, thank you guys for tuning into the channel, but also we want to give our heartfelt condolences and prayers and thoughts once again to the Magee family and all of the family and friends of Javion Magee. Of course, we've been covering this case. Most recently, we did the video about this mysterious person, Mr. Patrick West, who was the mysterious homeless man that Javion Magee was reported to give $228 to. However, as we do, I say we, as we do, we found who this Patrick West is. A lady the other day saw him standing at the Walmart. She tried to call me, but I was on another call, so I missed that opportunity to talk with him. Hopefully we'll be able to talk with him. However, we have identified him, as you see on the thumbnail, and also from this mugshot right here. Now, this mugshot, I don't know when it was taken, but Mr. Patrick West has an extensive criminal history all the way back to 2010. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over that history with you, because he's recently just been released from jail. So, of course, if you listen to this interview, and I'm going to play the interview that they gave to him, it is obvious that this young man is on some type of intoxicant. He's very incoherent. It sounds like he is going by a script. You can even hear someone in the background coaching him. Now, you know they started with the narrative with Javion buying the rope, and they have been very adamant about him using the rope on himself. And even the interview with Sheriff Brame, I'm going to play that too, because he mentions, yeah, we interviewed the man. Yeah, we interviewed the man that they gave the money to, as if to say that that is a relevant part of, like it's almost like this guy is the star witness, right? It's almost like they're treating him as the star witness. So without further ado, I'm going to play those interviews, and I'm going to go ahead and go over this criminal record so we can see if this witness is credible or not. First of all, y'all stay tuned for the message, and we'll be right back.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the school.
Taylor House Publishing.
I actually talked to that person who received that money.
All right, tell me your name.
Patrick West.
Walk me through what happened when you met Javion.
He just gave me some money because I'm homeless out here, and I mean, I guess he's just a good guy, and he just gave me everything in his wallet, He gave me all the cash he had on him, I guess.
What was the conversation like, or was there any conversation?
No, he just stopped and gave me some money. All he said was, he said, I don't know how much money this is, but you can have it. He said, whatever it is, you can have it. And he hopped back in his truck and left.
So, what was his demeanor like?
He seemed fine. I don't know.
Like, What has been your reaction then to hearing like this man was, I'm guessing, a blessing to you, and then the next thing you know, he's all over.
Yeah, I know.
National attention.
Yeah, I don't know. It blows my mind to hear about that, because I mean, he seemed like a pretty good guy.
Anything that you want to ask that?
Oh, how was? I mean, was he pleasant? Was he like? He looked like he was sad about anything, or he just?
No, he didn't look sad at all. He just seemed normal. Yeah, he just seemed normal.
How often do you get $200+ at once?
Hardly ever. I've had one other person give me like $300 and some one time, and that's it.
What does that mean to you?
Say what now?
What does it mean to you to like get that much
Someone
money?
be that generous to you?
Man, that's a really good person. That's a really good person that will do that for you. There's not a lot of people even stops and gives you $1, you know.
From him leaving there, going to Walmart, we got him on video walking in Walmart, buying the rope, purchasing the rope with his credit card. We got him giving we interviewed the man. He gave a man $228 cash every time he had, and told the man, if I have more, I'll give you more.
All right, so there you heard both interviews. You heard the first interview with Mr. West. I don't know. It just blows my mind. Like sounding like he just took a dose of Fent, or you know what I mean, some of that white boy. He definitely seems incoherent. Now, also you heard the video where Sheriff Rain specifically mentioned that he interviewed this guy because, of course, they're going with the narrative that he gave since Javion gave him the money, and it was obvious that Javion didn't want to live anymore, which is totally opposite of what Javion's family said at the funeral and to me personally. So, nevertheless, let's look up this man's charge. Now, this came from the NC portal of the NC North Carolina Judicial Branch Courts portal, right? Now, once again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So once again, we can get this video out there. But just look at this right here. This is just the beginning parts of the pages. You have, he has about 2 pages worth of criminal charges. Now we're going to go through these charges one by one, starting with the most recent one. Now this most recent one, as we see, this happened on, you see the offense date, April the 7th, 2024. Now the charges are assault, physical injury. That means assault, inflicting physical injury. And then he has a probation and parole, I guess, offense, misdemeanor larceny, resisting public officer, assault on a government official, and misdemeanor larceny. So he has 5 charges. All of them, I assume, are misdemeanors. I don't think the assault on government official could be a felony in some instances, but I don't think it is because of the disposition of the case. Now you see right here, it happened in Cary. So he was a resident of the county jail. There you see his address, 352 Swain Drive. Now I'm going to show you that address in a minute, but this is the disposition of the case. The disposition happened on July 17th, 2024. And he was confined, as you see here, 90 days. So he was confined 90 days. He got total credit for time served, 64 days in jail. So basically, he was released sometime around June. June. So what happened there? He pled guilty, and he was released in June. So basically, he has been only out of jail for 3 months when he became this recipient of Javion's money. Now, also look at this address. Somebody sent me this picture of his house. And there you see the address right now. That is a boarded up building. And so, once again, that speaks to the lack of credibility of this witness. His address is at a boarded up building. So, are we to believe that he's a creditor like that? Does he really stay there? So if he doesn't stay there, that's his address, then of course his whole testimony would be suspect. Where did they get this man from? That's the question. All right, so this right here is another charge from 8/18/2023. Now, he was arrested on 4/7/2024, which is the same day that he was arrested on those last charges. And he had a warrant for arrest in that. Now, he just recently pleaded guilty to this charge on July 19th, only 2 months before being, a recipient of the money. Now, let's look at the other charge. Now, this is once again happened in Vance County. Now, let's look at this one. And now this right here is a bond forfeiture. That means that he did not go to court. So he had to forfeit a bond, right? And this happened from a charge. It says cause of action from 10/19/2022. So he forfeited a bond, and then, they actually picked him up or forfeited the bond on March 21st, 2023. And so that means he's not going to court. He's not credible enough to go to court. And let's check out this other charge. Now, this is the biggest one that we see. He has a common law robbery. The offense date was August of 19th, 2022. Now, that may be what he forfeited the bond on that he didn't go to court with. So once again, he's listed at that address, 352 Swain Drive. And if you see right here in September 23, 2024, he failed to go to court. So that is where that bond forfeiture came from. The offense disposed, though. Once again, and this is going to get, you see this on 9/22. The charge was dismissed. On 9/19/22, the charge was dismissed. And so, if you see the disposition on 9/19/2022, the charge was dismissed. Now, on 8/19/2022, he was arrested for common law robbery. A month later, the charge was dismissed. Why was the charge dismissed? Now, a lot of times, as you see, you're going to see this guy has a extensive criminal record. A lot of times, if he's a police informant, or if he has somebody with power in the community, that's why they're going to keep releasing him. As you see, like this guy has a record almost long as mine. Nah, it's not nowhere near long as mine. Nevertheless, that's a whole nother story we might get to at another time. But in situations like this, they use people like Patrick. He's obviously a drug addict. He's obviously, been to jail. He doesn't go to court. So investigators and police will use them as pawns, as snitches, as, sources of information to get things done. And this may be a reason why he's just the homeless guy who gets the money, and it's obvious to me that they grabbed him because he still has some pending charges too. They grabbed him and said, "Hey, we need you to say this." He's well known as a flunky, as an addict, as a petty criminal. So these are the type of people that police use in these type of instances. But let's continue. You see, his common law robbery got dismissed. Now, Trey Gang, related him to some people in power. He related him to the Wesses who own the TSR. And once again, when people have money, their children or their friends, their family, they don't go to jail. And also somebody else told me that, he's not homeless. His people got money too, but he's just, he's just out there on his own. Now, here's another case of his. Now, this one is another bond forfeiture. A bond forfeiture means he is not going to court. A bond forfeiture means that the bondsman who got him out, they had to go pay the court some money because he didn't go to court. Now let's look at this one. So here's a second-degree trespass that happened on September the 3rd, 2021. He served 4 days of jail credit. But he also failed to appear at one time on this charge too. Now here we go again. Let's see what we have. Now this is a driving while license revoked, expired registration, no liability, driving allowed, no registration, fictitious tags, expired registration, failed to wear seatbelt, and a show cause. Once again, a show cause normally is mentioned when he doesn't go to court. And this happened on July 14th, 2021. July 14th, 2021. He was just convicted on 7/21/2024. Only 2 months before receiving the money, quote unquote, allegedly, right? 7/7/24, and of course he wasn't given any jail time in this. And this is another charge that they had to rearrest him on because he didn't go back to court. As you see, the bond setting on April the 7th, which is the same time he got arrested in Wake County. So this guy has actually been on the run. This guy actually has been on the run from charges, and those charges didn't come up until he got arrested in Wake County for all of those charges. This offense right here, June 28, 2021, solicit alms and begging for money. And, we can go down and see what happened to him. Disposition hearing held. The judgment was 0 days, 0 months, fine and court costs. So that's a minor crime. But here we go again. Let's see what this one is. Another second-degree trespass and begging from June the 12th, 2021. And we're not going to go through all of the dispositions because the dispositions are no jail time. Now, here's one that is still pending. He has a solicit alms from 9/26/2020 and a show cause. Once again, a show cause is where he didn't go to court for something. We have another expired car driving while license revoked. May the 12th, 2022. Dismissed without leave. And a lot of these have been dismissed without leave. A pedal license violation. Right? And this happened on 9/14/2021. Once again, you see this one is dismissed with leave by the DA. Now here's another set of charges. 9/27/2021. Driving while license revoked. Driving no registration, fictitious tag and card. And what happened to this? You see this? It was all dismissed with leave by the DA. Now that's very important because when they dismiss charges, why are they dismissing these charges? Why are they dismissing these charges? Here's another charge, impeding traffic standing idle. That's from October 23rd, 2023. Disposition, dismissed without leave, no plea agreement. So they're just dismissing all of this man charges. Another one, 9/8/2020. Fictitious tag registration. Once again, we can go down here. Once again, dismissed with leave by the DA. All of these charges are being dismissed with leave by the DA. He has some type of special privilege, as you see. Look, this one, 9/8, expired, no inspection, operate vehicle, no insurance. You go down to disposition, dismiss without leave. Now, anybody has been in the streets for a long time. You know, if you keep going to court and your charges get thrown out, everybody going to say what? You snitching. And if you a snitch, you'll also lie for the people when they come and get you, right? No operator's license from 2029/8. Let's see what this one is. Disposition, called and failed. That means he failed to show up in July 15, 2021. But also, you see, it is dismissed with leave on December 2021. This is amazing. Now we have unsafe movement from 9/8/2020. Let's see. It is dismissed with leave. All right, here you go again. No operator's license, expired registration from May 2018. Let's go down to the disposition here. Okay, he has a hearing held. Okay, so he did receive a fine and court costs for that. Let's go down to we got about 4 more charges to get to. Expired, no inspection from 5/21/2018, Vance County. Once again, dismissed without leave. And let's go back to these right here. Let's go back to this one. This one is soliciting arms, begging for money, loitering. Offense date, January 6, 2018. Dispositions, once again, dismissed without leave. You can't be, you gotta be kidding me. All of these guys' charges are getting dismissed. 2/28/2017, expired operator's license, failure to wear seatbelt. Go back down again to the dispositions, dismissed without leave. Last one, and I'm gonna let y'all go because we see a pattern here. Unsafe movement, reckless driving to endanger. 11/25/2011. Let's go down here. Okay, dispositions. Okay, they found him responsible for one and dismissals without leave by the DA for the other. So here we have, and I think it's one more. Let's go to this one. This one was from 2010. This is possession of marijuana, 9/7/2010. And this one as well is dismissed without leave. So you saw all of his criminal record. The most serious was a common law robbery, and that was dismissed within a month. Now, the only time he ever served time was in Wake County this last stint, because Wake County, in counties where you're not known, you're not going to get that leniency, right? He got all of those charges in Wake County, and they made him sit down and do 90 days. But you see here in Vance County, all of those charges, even a common law robbery, he has never did a day in jail, and many of the cases were dismissed. Now, as I mentioned, if you're in the streets, you've been in the streets, you know that when someone always going to court, getting in trouble, and he never goes to court. A lot of the cases that you saw, they had to issue warrants for them. A lot of them just got disposed when he got caught in Raleigh or in Cary on 4/7 of this year. Some of the charges, they had to bring him back to Henderson to charge him because he was not going to court. That's why you see the bond forfeitures and the show causes on a lot of his charges. So, do you mean to tell me this is the man that y'all want me to believe? This career criminal who's listed with the house with with nothing in a boarded up little shack. That's his house. And this is the man, Sheriff Brain in Henderson, Sheriff Department and DA Department, that you want me to believe credibly that Javion gave this man some money. And so I think this is very important to look at the credibility of this man whom they just taunted out in front of us. Nobody, this man who just got out of jail, who always goes to jail and gets no time. This is the guy that you pick to, do the interview. I literally see them thinking, okay, well, what can we say? Who can we say? Who can we say? Oh, that's right. We'll get Patrick to do it. Go find Patrick. He's still, tell him we're going to get rid of those charges that he still has pending. Or they paid him particularly to do it. I don't know, but I don't think that this is a credible person to believe that, our brother Javion gave his money to. So y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Once again, if you do want to reach out, my number is 919-587-7782. Once again, I thank you for all the support, all the encouragement, all the monetary donations as well. If you do want to contribute to this channel, you can contribute. Cash App, $Rich Money 7777, or you can send a Zelle to my phone number 919-587-7782. But most importantly, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe to these videos to get this word out. We definitely want to keep it hot on the Henderson or the Vance County Sheriff Department and the DA's office with regard to a very thorough and transparent investigation, because, it seems like this is their star witness, Mr. Patrick West, who's the homeless guy that Sheriff Brain was so proudly talking about interviewing when I talked to him. I don't think anyone would say that this is a credible witness, or even that's a credible situation. So once again, prayers to the Magee family. I thank y'all for tuning in. And as my shirt says, 2 Corinthians 3:17, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. And so we want to be free from all of this oppression, depression, suppression, repression, any pression that goes against the spirit of liberty and freedom. I thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace and love.
With the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop.
Taylor House Publishing.